What's up guys, it's Andrew from Motorcycles Off-Road, and we're back with a new video for this week. And actually this video is a follow-up from my previous video, which was about motorcycle riding and how it can benefit riders, and particularly how it benefits older riders. That was backed by a bunch of scientific studies, and I thought it was a pretty interesting video overall, and that's why I really wanted to make it. But at the end of that video, I alluded to something about depression and the mental state that motorcycle riding can offer. And I feel that I have a really interesting study that I can show you for that, where they put like a cap on the person's head, a EEG, and measured their brain activity while they're riding a motorcycle. I think that's pretty interesting stuff, and I also feel that only over time more and more of these research studies will come out. But before we get into this video, I want to generally say thank you guys for the video being such well received, as well as so many new faces and so many new subscribers. This comment section is amazing. There's so many people down there that are talking about how old they are, how long they've been riding, and how it generally makes them feel good overall. This is super positive, and I'm happy to hear it, and I'm really honored to be a part of this hobby, this sport that all of us can do together, that has so much history and so many great people involved. So for that, I sincerely thank you, and I really appreciate all the support. I asked you guys to sub, and a lot of you guys did. It's amazing. Now in this video, Dr. Vaughn took 77 participants, 23 of them are female, and they were all between the age of 18 and 70. They used multiple different devices to measure the brain waves, hormones, heart rate, etc. And their findings were pretty interesting. But to completely flesh all this out, to bring awareness and also support them directly, I would like to show you a 2-minute piece that they put together that kind of run down how they did this study overall. Check this out.
People anecdotally report that there's something different about riding a motorcycle that's never been studied before because it wasn't even possible to do until just the last few years.
Dr. Vaughn and a team of 3 neuroscientists from UCLA's Semel Institute of Neuroscience and Human Behavior took to the road to find the real benefits of riding.
If you do this experiment in a laboratory, you have to construct an environment which has some of the complexity and texture of the real world, but it can't compare.
So we have people ride a motorcycle, drive a car, and also sit there passively, and we look at their brain activity to see what's going on neurologically that's just different and unique.
Researchers worked with 50 experienced riders, measuring their brain waves, heart rate, respiration, cardiovascular health, endorphin, and stress levels. And this is what the study found. Riding a motorcycle decreased relative levels of the stress hormone cortisol by 28%.
It's now known that high cortisol levels actually destroy your brain. They actually cause neurons to die. And things that we do to reduce our stress are basically always good.
Not only that, but brain activity in these riders looks similar to brain activity of experienced meditators.
I love my job, but that's definitely the stress. When I ride my motorcycle, I'm really one with my machine and with the road.
But I enjoy the fact that I escape my reality a little bit.
What we're seeing here in some of the results is that there's something unique about riding a motorcycle, whether it's the chance to get deeply into focus without distraction, it's a chance to de-stress from the day, it's a chance to go out there and really live freely.
Now that information is really cool and actually goes a step further. So a little bit later on, they did the same type of study, but on an Olympic snowboarder. They measured his brain while he was doing his competition, while he was snowboarding, versus also while he was riding his motorcycle. And there's a couple abstract parts to that I would like to show you that I also found really cool.
I'm UCLA neuroscientist Dr. Vaughn, and I've researched human performance. We're outfitting X Games gold medalist Scotty James with an EEG cap to measure his brain activity while he rides. Performance isn't just about being good at an activity, it's also about being able to tune out distraction. Screaming fans, wind noise, glare from the sun, and even your own internal performance anxiety. Interestingly, Scotty's brain response while snowboarding was similar to riding his Harley. Enhanced sensory focus and a reduction in his body's stress response, namely cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone that the body produces in response to stress. Turns out that these effects aren't just for world-class athletes. We performed similar tests on 50 people riding their own motorcycle and found very similar responses, a heightened sensory experience and a reduction in their body's processing of stress.
This is great news. Not only do you feel better when you ride your motorcycle, we also have some evidence that it's actually good for you mentally. How many of us have said, hey, I need to get my mototherapy in, or I just need to take a ride to clear my head? Now you actually have proof that it is true. Along with that, I can only imagine that more research studies like this will periodically come out through time. But think of the benefits of something like this. I mean, even think about how many veterans alone have issues or struggle the thin line of maybe hurting themselves or worse. I mean, this is great. There's a lot here. But if you're somebody that likes to read through the evidence and you want to take a deeper dive into everything, I will pin Dr. Vaughn's study research results paper in the first comment below so you can read more about it. But it's nice to have something solid that makes it pretty hard to refute. Well, this video is coming to an end, and I hope you guys enjoyed and found it informative as well. And if you did not see the last video, be sure to check it out. It kind of goes hand in hand with this, but it's more about cognitive function as well as physical function. I want to thank my patrons. These guys are awesome, and they have been supporting me for a long time. If you'd like to see some free content, some modifications, some drone shots, etc., go check out the Patreon. It'll be tagged in the first comment below. But overall, stay safe out there, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. My name is Andrew, and this is Motorcycles Offroad. Thanks for watching, guys.